take it a step further while I point out some key areas for this. I always start with the ankle lock because that's the leg lock of most control, okay? When you do a knee bar, you've got more leg that you've got control over, but he's also on your back to a certain extent. So when you've got the ankle, it's the easiest to move into different things from rather than the knee bar. A heel hook, you have basically half of his ankle control, so it's easy for them to pull it out. A toe hold, you have, again, it's like the knee bar, you have to commit all the way through. So I like starting with the ankle lock because it's easy to transition to other things. And again, he might counter it differently, and that'll lead me to one of the other locks. It's hard to go from a heel hook to an ankle lock. It's easy to go from an ankle lock to a heel hook. Make sense? Okay. So most of this stuff I'm teaching you is going to start from that because if you know a heel hook, you can always get into it from an ankle lock. Now, some of the things that you need to make sure you're doing is when we lace, you flex your foot. If I just keep my foot up there, I'm not pushing anything. Plus, it gives them a nice target to pull out, okay? If I'm really bad and I do that, all he's gonna do is push my foot down and then, you know, jack my knee up or pull his leg out and pass, okay? So stick it in there and that still gives me some control, all right? The next part is this foot goes right there. Now, if I mess up either part of these, if I go like this and I push him down, he's gonna go down and go right back out. Or, more likely, he'll fall down but be half turned over. So I'm like right here and he's already halfway out, okay? So if you notice that the guy's turning out a lot, that's because your foot is too far down. Control his hips, okay? It's just like anything else in judo. If you're not controlling the guy's hips, you're not controlling him. Second thing, if you're pushing on here and he's not going down, you can hook right there and down he goes, okay? And this is actually a pretty nice counter if he's trying to roll out of a heel hook. I'm gonna hold his leg right there and he's not gonna roll, okay? But you'll notice my foot is still stuck in his hip the entire time because that allows me to keep control. As soon as I do this, I lose control out of it and he can get right back out. It's an important part of lacing. You're lacing like this because you're squeezing his leg, okay? So now what I want everybody to do is practice, push, 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 and if he's hopping around, hook. Down he goes, okay? The other thing is, keep your elbow right there on his ankle because that keeps his leg bent. If his leg's straight, it's harder to do just about everything. Oh yeah, okay? Even with an ankle lock, which you would think it's only the ankle, so it doesn't matter what the rest of his leg is doing. Yeah, it does because he can manipulate his hips one way or the other to alleviate the stress on the ankle. So always make his leg bent because that makes it hard for him to bend his hips around. You're controlling him, you're controlling the position, you're controlling the submission, okay? All right, give that a shot.